everybody. I'm Barb Langridge from abookonahug.com, and this is our third in a series of little videos we're doing to help parents who have a beginning reader. In the first video, we talked about, just getting kids sorted out with what is the shape of an A and that it has a sound, and we talked about putting the letters together in like puzzle pieces, and then we showed some early reader books where you have maybe the word Matt or Bob. And now we're moving on to the level 1 books. And when you walk into the library and you pick up level 1 books, they don't look like what you're expecting. They have a few more words on the page than maybe, what your ready to read reader has been reading up to now. And it's kind of hard to know what's out there, what's on the shelf. And beyond that, what does your child want to read? And that's the most important thing, because kids come in all flavors. And as a librarian, I was very used to kids coming in and I would know, this was a really great book, but I would offer it up to a child and they go, no. I had a little boy once, I went through every single easy reader storybook, and he didn't want to read about dogs, and he didn't want something funny, he didn't want a mystery, he didn't want anything, until I turned around and picked out the nonfiction books. He took home a stack of 30. So that's what we're trying to work on today. We're trying to give you guys a buffet of books. We started out in the other video with the I Can Read books, with the Step Into Reading books, and with the National Geographic Kids books. They all have level 1 books. They're great choices. Today, we're just gonna make that book buffet a little bit bigger with, I think, 4 more series, just so you're aware that they're out there. I'm gonna kick you off with the Scholastic Level 1 books. Now, this is Moo Bird by David Milgrim. These are really, really fun and simple, but it's about a little bird, and he wakes up in the nest one morning and all his brothers and sisters are going tweet, 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 and he goes, moo? Well, he doesn't fit in, and he goes like searching around, where do I belong? So it's a friendship book with a little touch of humor, but maybe that's not who your child is. Well, I can tell you, I spent a lot of hours on the floor trying to go through the media tie-in books, looking for these Lego and Lego City books. Kids love these. And when you open it up and read it, you begin to understand why. This one is Legos, but they're going on a plane ride, and you get to experience that. So for kids who are looking for information and how do things work, this series is just outstanding. The pictures are great. In this one, 3-2-1 liftoff, they actually are taking the space shuttle up into space. So it's a learning book, and some kids are just wired for that. That's what they're looking for. Also in the Scholastic Level 1 are the Clifford books. So if your child loves that big red dog, oh, how great to be able to open up a level 1 reader, see a character you know and love and feel comfortable with, and figure out how to read with that friend sitting there on the page. Some kids are into the Peppa Pig books now because she's been on TV. So that gives you a sense of what Scholastic's got. They've got more characters than that, but I would go on scholastic.com and look for their level 1 readers, see what looks good, get some books, put them on hold, go online and to your library catalog, put some on hold. Then when you walk into the library, they're waiting right there for you. Okay, let's take a look at our next series. It's the Ready to Read series. And this has one of my favorite characters. This is Zip. These are the adventures of Zip. He's an alien. Oh my gosh. You're a beginning reader. You get to read about an alien, and not only that, but he's hilarious. This little guy is going to zap things. Like, he's kind of magical. He has magical powers, and he can make things appear, which is peachy keen until he zaps up some things that maybe you don't want to see. So it's fun, it's funny, it's a little bit of science fiction. There are a bunch of books in that series, but maybe you have one that would rather read about sports. So this is a little book about sports and kids getting ready to play their first soccer game. And it actually goes through and gives them some suggestions for stretches and exercises and a few tips on how to play the game. And who doesn't love Mudge? This is Mudge as a puppy. It's fun. He wants to eat this Henry's snack. He's drooling all over the floor. And this is the lovely Angelina Ballerina, and she's going to end up with a ballet partner named Henry who can't dance at all. What do you do? All right, Jon Scieszka, that genius man who wrote the Trucktown books. This is Pete's Party. And for kids who need something a little more intense, those are our jokesters. You know, trucks, a lot of color, not a whole lot being asked of them to read. And trucks use the left lane, trucks use the right lane. Trucks use fake mustaches. Can't you just hear them laugh? And that'll make them want to turn the page. So that's the Ready to Read series. Okay, now Stone Arch is one of my go-tos when I'm looking for a child who's a reluctant reader. I usually find them. This is Truck Buddies. They're very simple, and it's kind of cool because these people are smart enough to know the kids that really are going to go for these books, they want action. So see this little skunk right down here in the corner? He's on every page. So yes, your early reader is going to be reading, this is Green Truck, this is Dump Truck, but they also have to find the skunk on every page. And the series goes on with Tired Trucks, and there are like at least 5 or 6 more in that series. And then I saved the best for last here, I guess. This is World of Reading. And yes, these are superhero books. We've got Spider-Man. This is a level pre-1, so it's really accessible to kids. Here is Miles Morales. This is his origin story where he gets bitten by the spider and gets as many powers as Spider-Man. And this is Black Panther, okay? This is his origin story. So what we're trying to do is give your child the power to choose their own book. And they need a book buffet to choose from. Your job is to get out there and find them all kinds of books, put them out on the table, and let your child go through and pick the ones they want to read. That's when your child will sit down and want to read. That's when they'll try. That's when they'll build the reading muscle. And that's when they get that lifelong love of reading. So have a great time at the library, and I'll see you at the next video. Thank you.